I think I'm live. I'm pretty sure I'm live. Let me do the old Michael Cole test. Hey, 1, 2, 3, hi. Okay, I'm live for sure. What's up, guys? It's over here. An exciting review for the October 24th. Exciting. You know why I actually wanted to do a Raw review? Not going to lie with you guys. Not going to lie. Today was my rest day from working out. I didn't have work today either. Had a doctor's appointment, so I had to schedule the day off and everything like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm bored. Now, if you guys don't know, when it comes to chasing wrestling, I'm a wrestling fan. But I don't watch Raw on a week in and week out basis. 3 hours is too much for me, man. And so I watch the YouTube clips because that gives you enough knowledge. You don't need to watch the whole show. I mean, watching the whole show is kind of cool sometimes because, like, you know, when you're watching it live, some crazy shit might happen. But for the most part, watch live, and unless there's like another sport taking over it, it's SmackDown. I tend to like SmackDown more. They have more of my favorite wrestlers. Raw watching live, you know, Golden Children BS, you know, pisses me off, and a bunch of stuff pisses me off from the show. So really, to be honest, I only really wanted to do a live video, talk to you guys, because you guys ask more interesting questions than watching Raw, to be honest. So we're gonna blaze through the review portion. The whole review part. The reason why review's in the title, fooled and mystified. I'm just kidding. I will review Raw, but it won't be a long-winded review. We will go through this very fucking quickly. I promise you, there's only some points I want to talk about. So anyways, as always with my Raw reviews, I don't go in order. That pisses you off. Sorry. There's other people who like to go in order, but I talk about the least important shit first and then get to the more important. But at least Bear, find someone worth his time. Him versus Sami Zayn, a waste of time. Like honestly, I look at they're actually doing this where it's like Care Bear wants a challenge. You know, it's kind of cool that Care Bear is saying, I want a real competition. Give this guy someone to actually fight. Too bad there's no one really on the roster. Like, this is where the WWE misses a guy like Ryback. Ryback would be like the perfect guy to stand up to Care Bear, because we all know it's going to be like the Big Show standing up to Care Bear. And no one wants, like honestly, let's be real here. From TV until he faces Shaq at WrestleMania. We do not need to see the Big Show on TV at all. So Care Bear, Sami Zayn feud, whatever, move on. All the tag team stuff tonight, like the Enzo Amore and the club stuff. I mean, really, to be honest here, I just kind of wish Enzo Amore would have just were going out there just to kind of talk shit onto the club. Were cut off their microphones, and then they had that one saying all the catchphrases. That would have been cool to end the segment, but they had a match afterwards, and it's like, it's such a forgettable match. Like, who cares about Enzo Amore versus, I don't know which idiot he faced from the club. Can't remember, to be honest. That's just a waste of time. We don't need that. Throw that all away. And then the other tag team stuff like Sheamus and Cesaro versus the New Day. We're getting this match on Sunday, so you give it to us now. Like, for real, you give us this match now? I don't care about this match on Sunday. So what, I get a different result where the New Day wins and I'm just sitting there sick and tired of these guys ruining the tag team division? Being real here. I do not care about this Sheamus and the New Day crap. Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. It's good that they're actually giving undercard guys something to do. Too bad it's two guys that you tend to give up on way too early. Axel has some momentum going for him. Do you guys notice this, like Curtis Axel's career? Every time he has some momentum, like the WWE just likes to cut that momentum away. They never want to give him momentum. They never want to keep it going. Same with Bo Dallas. Anytime Bo Dallas has momentum, they cut it away and never want to keep it going. Just being real here. Like, when it comes down to it, why should I care about Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel when I know, like, whatever momentum these guys are going to have 4 months from now, you're not going to care about them. So why should I care about this? Moving on forward. What else happened on this show? Oh yeah, TJ Perkins. Oh God, I'm tired of this guy. I wish he was manic again. They should put on the suicide costume again on this guy, because honestly, man, as bricks. First off, Brian Kendrick and Rich Swann had a cruiserweight match way late in the show. it was okay for what it was worth. Okay, the cruiserweight action was okay for what it was worth. Rich Swann beats Brian Kendrick, and then afterwards, we get the most stupidest backstage segment ever. So TJ Perkins, for whatever reason, he's dressed in his ring gear. You know, I expect this guy to be dressed like a champion, or probably dressed in street clothes, maybe just casual street clothes, because I don't expect this guy who just won the Cruiserweight title to have a suit or anything like that. But he's dressed in his ring gear, and he's taking off his ring stuff like he wrestled. All he did was be on commentary and just feed off what Michael Cole was saying. And he's taking off his ring gear, and he doesn't even look. Brian Kendrick's behind him. He's all like, "What do you want, Brian?" How the fuck did you know Brian Kendrick was behind you first off? What if that was Care Bear behind you and he kicks your ass? How about that, TJ Perkins? And then Brian Kendrick comes in, he's like, "Hey, TJ." And he just, "I need time. I need this. If I don't win, it's over. I hate it for my family, but I need that." So stupid. And he's all like, "Remember when you were homeless?" It's like, God damn, why do you keep playing up the homeless card with this guy? We get it. TJ Perkins was homeless. Awesome. Good for TJ Perkins. You survived that struggle. But seriously. Oh, god damn, dude. That segment was terrible. It did not make me want to see their cruiserweight title match at Hell in a Cell, man. To be real here, I don't even care what they do at Hell in a Cell. They could both end up losing, and I'll be fine with that. That would be the greatest scene ever. Did I get all the least important stuff out of the way? I think I did. Really, least of guys wanted me to talk about, let me know. So now it's time to talk about other important stuff, the main stuff that WWE wants you to care about. Roman Reigns and Rusev. You would think that these two brutes having a Hell in a Cell match, you would do something to make people want to see them have a Hell in a Cell. For whatever reason, the WWE, knowing Rusev and Roman Reigns, how do they work best? By kicking people's asses. How come every time Roman Reigns gets over, what does Roman Reigns do? It's like he just comes out and beats the fuck out of someone. That normally helps Roman Reigns get over. But instead, they have it where they have Roman Reigns cut a promo. Rusev, what helps Rusev get over? Matches. That's normally what you do, right? Both cutting promos. Rusev cuts his promo saying he's going to be in Hell in a Cell and he's going to beat up Roman Reigns and it's for Lana and everything like that. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? And then Roman cuts his promo and Roman actually started good. I was like, wow, that's good. Roman makes a point. Rusev, you haven't been in Hell in a Cell. I've been in Hell in a Cell. This is what Hell in a Cell is like. Thank you, Roman. Thank you for informing Rusev, who's never been to Hell in a Cell. That makes sense. And then all of a sudden, it just went downward. It was like Roman Reigns at the end. He didn't know what they wanted him to say, so they're like, just go off the cuff a little bit, Roman. And Roman's like, "This is for the U.S. title, and I'm going to make sure you lose. See you in hell." The fuck was that? You get onto this good roll. You should just have it where it's like, the U.S. title don't mean anything to me. All that matters is I leave you broken. Believe that. See you in hell. Like, that would have been better. He's like, "Oh, all about the U.S. title. Believe that." Like, oh, fuck off. So you take the two guys who are known for ass kicking and you just make them talk. Whatever. Moving on forward to the women's stuff. Oh, I forgot to talk about the arm wrestling. That's forgettable. Let's be real here. Let's not talk about that. But Sasha and Charlotte having a contract. Sasha and Charlotte are known for being good wrestlers. So why is it that they're talking? Sasha and Charlotte have been talking. Sometimes I feel like their dialogue overcrosses. Sometimes I feel like I hear the same shit from these women every single time they talk. Segment was bad. This segment was good. I felt Mick Foley helped carried this segment for sure. When it comes down to it, I just felt like this segment really wasn't needed. They already announced the match. Like, contract signings are the most stupidest thing. If you're in place, it's pretty much official, right? It's pretty much official. So why is it where it's like we need a contract signing? No, Sasha and Charlotte talked last week. Have it where they wrestle this week. Or have it where Charlotte wrestles, then cuts a promo. Then cut a promo. I don't know. Makes sense to me. You want to show that, Sasha will go to lengths against Charlotte? Put her against Nia Jax. Jax looks undefeatable right now. Sure, Nia Jax looks stronger. Sasha Banks when it comes to booking. But if you want to show Sasha is not afraid of Charlotte, put her against Nia Jax in like a street fight. Wouldn't that sound more productive than having it where it's like Sasha and Charlotte talking and they're dressed all nice, talking about going inside Hell in a Cell? That's just me. Brock Lesnar. Contract. I wish I had Brock Lesnar's job, dude. Like, for real, dog. The dude comes out, just stands there, wears sweatpants. Like, look, I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm wearing basketball shorts right now and everything like that. I actually do wear something underneath here, people, believe it or not. I wish I had Brock Lesnar's job. He just gets to stand there, doesn't say a goddamn word, and he gets paid like 6 figures. He just does this. In the segment tonight, it was like Goldberg did such a good job at making you want to see the match. Like, Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar maybe not even care about Goldberg versus Lesnar. Like, Goldberg made me like hyped up for the possibility of him and Lesnar going at it again. Even though I'm not really that thrilled to see the match again, I think the match will be terrible. But it's just like Goldberg was like giving you that passion and like, oh, I can't wait to see this match. While Lesnar and Heyman, it was like, I can't believe all these people are chanting Goldberg. I was like, what the? Oh, shut up. It's like, it's so stupid. Goldberg was all like, he proved the point. Goldberg proved the point in his last statement. Like, Lesnar doesn't say anything. He had his little stooge calling him out. Why don't you have Lesnar just one day where, like, he just takes the mic from Paul Heyman? He actually says something. I get it. Brock Lesnar doesn't have the most intimidating voice of them all. But fucking A. At least have Brock Lesnar act like he gives a fuck. Brock Lesnar is pissed off. He doesn't look pissed off. He looked like he was fine. He's like, that doesn't mean to you that I look pissed off just now. No. Like, fuck. And then we get on to the Universal Championship shit. And really, to be honest, this is my problem with the WWE. Like, the Universal title, the main belt for Monday Night Raw is on the line. And you're more focused about a list. You're more focused about paper and like a clipboard. You're more focused about a list of shit. Shit. You know what, WWE? I got something for you. You guys love lists so much. You guys fucking love your lists. Let me get this for you guys. I got this. Don't worry. Where the fuck is my goddamn pen? Where is my damn pen here? All right. Oh no, this pen's out of ink. We need a good pen for this one. All right. Since you guys care about lists so much, since you guys love lists, guess what? You're on my list now, WWE Raw. You're on my list of shit that pisses me off. How about that? How about this for the goddamn list? Oh, man. So over now, list. This is more important than a world championship title that all these guys motherfucking dream for. Blood, sweat, tears. That when some indie darling wins it, I hear the fans go, you deserve it. No, this is the most over thing. A piece of paper. Oh my God, Jericho's writing on the fucking little like during the whole promo, it was like Seth Rollins is like this is literally it. Oh, I have your list, Jericho. Let me read some funny stuff. Ha ha ha. Like, okay, look, Rollins and Jericho were feuding, not for the title. This would be fine. But the thing is, it's for the championship, and Kevin Owens is the champion. This is goofy. This is corny. I don't need this. Everyone's going to be like, The Rock did corny and goofy stuff. No, different time, different era. It worked. This shit don't work. This shit is stupid. This list shit is stupid. Motherfuckers who support this shit. Stupid. Y'all stupid idiots with this stupid list. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Really? This is the most important thing, a list? Get the fuck out of here, dog. First, Mitch the Plant. Oh, by the way, I'm going to add Mitch the Plant to the list. I hate Mitch the Plant. Mitch the Plant. All right, I added Mitch the Plant onto the list, guys. So shit that pisses me off, WWE Raw and Mitch the Plant. So I added Mitch the Plant to the list. But, you know, the thing is, this is over. And then Rollins, when he's cutting his promo, he actually says shit that's like for real. He's like, and I'm going to pedigree you, Kevin Owens, to the ground. The fans don't care. They're like, who gives a fuck? We want to know about the list. The list. That's the most important thing, the list. Should I add Care Bear and Garbage? Should I add Care Bear and Garbage? Yeah, I'm going to add Care Bear and Garbage Man to the list. Garbage Man. Okay, so my list. Yeah, I know I have terrible handwriting, but Care Bear and Garbage Man are at a triple threat match that went too long. Seth Rollins won. Whoop-de-doo. And that's Raw for you. Trash. Terrible show. Terrible fucking show. I'm sorry. WWE Raw is just a waste of time. But anyways, that's all I got to say from this. Raw was bad. So do you guys have any fun questions for me to answer? Because I'd rather answer questions from you guys than actually talk about the list. The list. Stupid list. Because you love goofy, corny stuff. Yeah, I like goofy, corny stuff when it makes sense. Not goofy, corny fucking shit when it doesn't make sense. Review taking questions. I gotta post this on Twitter. Not writing shit on the list. My list is done. There's only 4 things on my list. Oh yeah, Super Rollins. Cena gave him some advice. Oh, fuck. But I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing good today. One person mad that I made fun of the list. One person disliked the video because I called the list stupid. I'm sorry, man. Like, between, I don't know what's stupider, James Ellsworth or the list. Like, I don't understand the whole James Ellsworth shit. These motherfuckers are like on the James Ellsworth. That sounds so bad that an enhancement out like James Ellsworth is like one of the most over dudes in the company. And like they can't even get their own guys. Why are grown men crying on WWE TV? I don't know, Kadeem Simon. I don't get why grown men are crying on WWE TV. I don't get it, especially about a fucking list. I don't know. Makes no sense to me. I don't get why grown men are crying. Oh, there's a Hell in a Cell post show? Okay. Why is Jones over becoming an IWC phenomenon? I don't get it, Blue Knight. I don't understand why James Ellsworth is some IWC phenomenon. like the dude, like he's a good jobber. Like I have no problem with jobbers being in the picture like that. But I don't get, like, it's not like Ellsworth has done anything where it's like, oh man, this guy should be like the greatest thing ever. It's just like he's just a goof. He looks goofy as hell. He looks stupid. Like people are buying a t-shirt with his face on it. Like, really? You're going to spend $25 for a t-shirt with this jobber's face on it? And why? Because his face looks stupid? I'll give James Ellsworth this. He's a better mic promo guy than a lot of the current WWE talent. But other than that, I don't get why he's an IWC phenomenon. Notice how the Universal title picture revolves a guy not in the match and his clipboard. Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, that makes no sense, Baz. Why in the blue fuck is the Universal title match being booked around Chris Jericho? That's why I was saying, wants to try to save Rollins and Triple H for a bigger show. But honestly, you don't need to save it for a bigger show. It's not like Rollins and Triple H, like, if this was old WWE, they would have had that match happen at, like, Hell in a Cell or something like that inside of the cell. Like, let's be real here. It's like, what's bad about that? I mean, you gave us Lesnar versus Taker last year inside the Hell in a Cell. You would figure you would want to save that match for WrestleMania 32. Especially since you did put Taker inside of the cell in the first place. Why not have it where you just do Triple H versus Rollins inside Hell in a Cell? Give these B-show pay-per-views worth a while. Give it where people actually care about getting the network. You want to talk about boosting network sales and everything like that, you got to have these big matches at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Matches that actually mean more and stuff like that. You see people actually, like, oh my God, people are on their knees for James Ellsworth to win the Royal Rumble. Why? Oh my God. How do Ellsworth and Slater outsell Goldberg and Lesnar merch? It's happening. Oh, Slater, I can understand. Slater, at least, like, there's some entertaining quality to Slater, but not Ellsworth. I don't understand that shit. So I guess the women's match is probably going to be the only Hell in a Cell match to have a crazy spot on Sunday. Oh, no, I don't think so. I disagree with that, Draven. I think we're going to see some crazy spots between Roman and Rusev, and like, that's why when people are like, and that was another controversy. They actually talked about that on Elena's Raw after party. They talked about the triple main event thing that WWE likes to shove down our throats, which makes no sense. I don't understand why. Like, see, this is another thing. Like, they're like triple main event. There's only one main event. We all know it. We all know one of the Hell in a Cell matches most likely will open the show. But it's like, why can't you just have it where it's like, oh, 3 Hell in a Cell matches one big night? I believe this is the first time ever in the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view concept that they're having 3 Hell in a Cell matches, right? So why don't you make that a big deal? Why are you calling it a triple threat match? Just call it 3 Hell in a Cell matches in one night. That's better than a triple main event. Who cares? They're having 3 main events, so what? Have you heard Charlotte has been fighting with Vince to do a top cage spot? Yeah, I heard about that. Stupid, she wants to do it. Look, top cage spots should be saved for monumental moments, monumental events, not just for the sake of, oh, I want this spot. Especially since it won't be the ending to the spot. Because, like, when you look at Shane and Taker this year, that was near the end. We all know that Charlotte and Sasha will probably do that in the middle of the match and try to fluster their way through the rest of the match because they're going to have to try to deliver after that spot. The Dean Ambrose, that when they had their Hell in a Cell match and they had their little top bump spot. So, yeah. I got some 2K playing soon. My Xbox controller broke, guys. I'm really pissed off that my Xbox controller broke. Super pissed. Would you feel extremely disappointed if Goldberg / Lesnar 2 flops? Yeah, like honestly, because like you're so hyped up. Like, here's the thing too. Whether or not you're excited for Goldberg and Lesnar, you're excited that Goldberg is back with the WWE company. You're excited that, Goldberg is here finally and stuff like that. And it's just like he's fighting Brock Lesnar and it's been 12 years since the first match and stuff like that. It's been 12 years. WrestleMania 20. So like, time has kind of passed by. And Lesnar's kind of over with the whole Suplex City thing. He doesn't really do much in the ring. And all you really want to see Goldberg do is jackhammer and spear someone. I mean, honestly, yeah, I would be disappointed. Do you agree that they wanted a first for the ladies and I Quit or ladder match may have been a better gimmick to give them? Didn't the women have an I Quit match? I'm pretty sure there's a women I Quit match out there. Ladder matches, no. I'm against women ladder matches a lot. That's just me. They do a lot of stupid stuff with the ladder. They would do a lot of stupid stuff with the ladders. That's just me. Try to go out there and do too much when they should just do as much substance as needed. So yeah. Chase, 2009 Hell in a Cell had 3 Hell in a Cell matches. Oh yeah, I forgot about Punk versus Taker. Oh God. terrible Hell in a Cell match, man. CM Punk was like world champion, doing a good job and everything like that. And then Undertaker's like, nope, fuck you, bitch. And then, like, what? The next pay-per-view, CM Punk was like opening the show. Like, he was like on the pre-show. I was like, what the fuck? Wasn't this guy just the world champion? Yeah, Melina and Beth Phoenix. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had an I Quit match. Like, the Hell in a Cell match is a good concept, especially what you're trying to do with the women's revolution and everything like that. It's a good concept. Like, I'm not in a disagreement that these women should have a Hell in a Cell match. The thing is that, like, when it comes to Hell in a Cell matches, they have to go over the top with it because that's how Hell in a Cell matches are. When you think of Hell in a Cell, when you tell someone that's not a wrestling fan, it's like, oh, Hell in a Cell, what the fuck is that? And you have to explain to them what it is. You expect some fireworks. You expect some freaking crazy shit to happen. My fear is that they're going to go too hard. And then the fans are going to be disappointed because hashtag golden children rule, bitches. And I need you guys to stop. I understand that my fans love the golden children and all their bullshittery. But we need to stop with trying to add people to the golden children list. Up with this crap. I'm tired of you guys trying to add to the list. The list has been made of golden children. And stop trying to make up a bronze children list because the bronze children are not a thing. Triple H doesn't deal with bronze, gold, and silver. That's it. Silver children only have 2 official members to me. Official members of the silver children, that's Alexa Bliss and Shinsuke Nakamura. You don't need to be adding more people to some golden children list that is already perfect and set out for you guys. I mean, seriously, like, that's another thing with Raw. I think, like, with the golden children and, like, me talking about them a lot, sometimes, like, you know, it's funny on one hand because, like, when they do win, it validates what I've been saying. Because, like, every time someone tries to argue me about the golden children, guess what happens? LOL, golden children win. I never bet against golden children. I really don't. Like, some people like to bet against me. Some people like to think I'm wrong about certain things. But when I see something wrestling, most of the time I'm not wrong. And when it comes to the golden children and their BS, I always just like to sit there and just like kind of worry about it a little bit. Thoughts on the network tournament being set up for the women similar to the CWC? It'll end up like the CWC. What am I supposed to say? Oh, it's great. All these women are getting chances. Like, if you really cared about them, they should be on the main show, not on the network special. Let's be real here. If you really thought they're that big of a deal, you would put them on the main show right away. You wouldn't have to throw them on the network. That's just me. You want to show that you love women's wrestling? You want to show that you want to give women a chance? Put them on the main show. Put them on Raw and SmackDown. Have a Raw bracket. Have a SmackDown bracket. Boom, bam. Involve all the women of the shows. A tag team classic. It's not like they have like a separate fucking tournament, separate show for that. What do you think? Can they sell out the Alma Dome in January? Fuck that show. Royal Rumble. I don't care about it. But in all seriousness, no. I think if Goldberg is hyped up for the Rumble, we get Triple H versus Seth Rollins. An Undertaker match kind of has to happen, to be honest with you. Because that would be kind of a big deal if they have Undertaker fighting in January and not just at WrestleMania. That'd be kind of a big deal, right? That's the only reason why Staples Center was sold out for Hell in a Cell 2015. Yeah, I would have to say that I could say they could probably sell it if they have those 3 things happen. Maybe a Rock appearance. He can come out with the flamethrower again. That'd be cool. I don't know. What else do you want me to say? I don't think they're going to sell it out, though. It's going to be hard. I mean, if wrestling was in a better time, then yeah. Ellsworth is going to eliminate Care Bear in the Rumble, Maven / Taker style. Oh, God. I wouldn't mind because fuck Care Bear. I seriously can't see anybody winning the Rumble by TV standards. I don't know who deserves it. Yeah, I know, like right now the Rumble is kind of like who are your favorites that you want to win? Like I'm on the whole like Big E and Rusev train. Like if Rusev or Big E wins on the Raw side of things, I'll be fine with it because I feel like those guys have been busting their asses and do deserve like more shine that they're given. But on the SmackDown side of things, like I don't know who I would want to win on the fucking SmackDown, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know who I would choose on the SmackDown side of things where it's like, oh, yeah, I want them to win it. Probably Apollo Crews, but he doesn't really deserve it. And that's just because I'm a Crews fan. Maybe Miz. Like, there's only, like, guys that you personally like where you're like, oh, I want that guy to win the Rumble. It's not like WWE has been, like, presenting. Like, remember back in the old days, WWE would, like, present it as, like, oh, yeah, this guy's, like, a huge Rumble favorite. And you knew he was going to win, but you knew the guy deserved it. Like, I always remember, like, look back at 2004 WWE. Remember, like, when before Survivor Series, like that whole fatal 4-on-4 elimination Raw match, and Triple H was all like, GM, what are you going to do with it? And Batista didn't have an answer. And then all of a sudden, Triple H is like, well, I got to get ready. Watch my stuff. And then, like, Triple H leaves the world title, and you just see Batista grab the fucking world title. And he looks at it, and the fans pop. Like, the fans were like, yes, Batista would be awesome as world champion and stuff like that. It was like he was just looking at the world title, and then he puts it down and stuff like that. And that was a little tease. You were like, oh, shit. Batista being world champion, that'd be pretty cool. You were kind of hyped for it. And then throughout the months, like, Batista was getting good TV favorite time where it's like, yeah, this guy is definitely going to win the Royal Rumble. Like, he was doing cool stuff, like shoving a flag up Sylvain Grenier's ass and then breaking Carlito's clipboard and stuff like that. So it was like, yeah, Batista won the Rumble. And then on the SmackDown side of things, it was all like, on the SmackDown side of things, you had John Cena just killing it. So it was like kind of like you knew who was going to freaking win on either side. Like, they were actually planting the seeds that these guys were going to win. Nowadays, it's just kind of like just someone random. Like, look at Sheamus. Like, as much as Sheamus needed that Rumble to help gain his credibility back, what was Sheamus doing on TV that made him like a Royal Rumble favorite? It wasn't like Sheamus was doing that much. That's just me. What do you expect Big Show versus Shaq to be like? Can Shaq even take a bump nowadays? I do not care if the match sucks. Shaquille O'Neal is a big wrestling fan. Shaquille O'Neal loves the wrestling business. He respects the wrestling business. Like I listen to Shaq's podcast every Monday. It's a great podcast, by the way. He doesn't talk about just basketball. If you guys think it's like a basketball podcast, if anything, he said multiple times he doesn't really want to talk about basketball that much, but talking about like major stuff on the show and everything like that. Shaq doesn't like, just gooping around and like talking about basketball. And, one of his, and I like all the hosts on the show. One of the hosts was like, but isn't wrestling fake? He's like, stop it. He was like defending pro wrestling and everything like that. He was trying to keep it kayfabe for the kids. I love Shaq. I respect the fuck out of Shaq. So you know what? I could care less if the match sucks. Yeah, I know the IWC is going to be like, oh, this is another guy stealing another guy's spot. Shut the fuck up. Shaq and Big Show will be more entertaining and would have more people watching in the room than Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor in a fucking Iron Man match. Let's be real to you. But I told my friend Shaq and Big Show were having a freaking match. I would have all my friends in the goddamn living room. And then afterwards, they'll be hyped up even if the match was bad. And then later on, Finn Balor and fucking Seth Rollins will come out for the stupid Iron Man match. And all my friends would fucking leave or get drunk because they could care less about these two schmucks wrestling 60 minutes. Just being real here. So you know what? When it comes down to it, I could care less. Like, look, I'm one of the few people. If you ever ask me to review WrestleMania 24, which I don't know if I'm ever going to review past WrestleManias on this channel, I don't really like doing too many classic reviews anymore. I just find them kind of boring to do, and plus I do it more of a live show. So I don't know. Like maybe I'd have to grab someone, but then that would be trying to force someone to watch a show that's 4 hours long and to talk about the show with me. So maybe I'll ask someone. Probably JD Venom. Justin loves doing that kind of stuff. But when it comes down to it, I'm one of the few people that will defend Big Show and Floyd Mayweather. I'm one of the few people who actually enjoy Big Show versus Floyd Mayweather at WrestleMania 24. Everyone shits on that match. I say, what the fuck do you expect? Floyd Mayweather's a boxer. You expect Floyd Mayweather to do cross faces and shit? Yeah, I don't understand Iron Man matches too, Blue Knight. Like, I'm being dead serious here. I've only seen Shawn and Bret Hart 2.5 times in my life. 2.5 times I've seen Shawn versus Bret. Now, according to my dad, I was at WrestleMania 12 and I was on his lap and I was loving the match, but I don't remember that shit. According to my dad, I was 2 years old and I was cheering for Shawn Michaels to win, but I don't remember that shit. Honestly, I do not remember. Because like when I was a little kid, my parents were not smart with their money, so they took me to all these sporting events and everything like that. And so like half the shit when I was a little kid, I do not remember, to be honest with you. Like Shawn and Brett, I saw it once. Yeah, like when I got the Shawn Michaels DVD, and I thought it was cool. And so then later on, a couple of years ago, probably around WrestleMania 30 or 31, I can't remember, I was rewatching WrestleManias, and I got to WrestleMania 12, and I watched it again. And I said, oh, wow, it's been a while since I've seen that match. And so then this year when I was going to rewatch WrestleManias, I decided to get 12 out of the way because I knew about the Iron Man match and how much dread it was. I got 30 minutes in, and I said, nope. I know what the fuck's going to happen. Hit that RT button on my Xbox. Fast forwarded to Bret Hart's pissed off face that he had to restart the match, and I watched the last 12 minutes. That was good enough for me. I didn't need to watch the goddamn whole Iron Man shit. Don't get me wrong, it's a great match, but it's one of those matches you can't watch. Like, you have to take time in between to watch that match again. Like, you can't watch that match where it's like, oh, 60 minutes like of like this goddamn shit. That's just me. Let's see, I got a little, I heard my phone vibrate, so let me see, it's Twitter. Oh, okay, Dory retweeted this. Awesome. She did good on the Raw after party, which you all should check out. I always said one great deal would be a submission only Iron Man match if we had Angle, Benoit, Punk, Bryan, wrestling feud type of feud. Didn't Angle and Benoit do an ultimate submission match? I thought they did an ultimate submission match. Unless I'm wrong, but last time I checked, they did do an ultimate submission match. I can't remember. It was like one of the filler pay-per-views back in 02 or 03. I can't remember. I was actually watching the Survivor Series again to kind of get me hyped up for this year's Survivor Series and stuff like that. And I started off with Survivor Series 2005 just because I like rewatching Triple H versus Ric Flair from the Last Man Standing match. That match is so awesome. Like, I'm not even kidding to you guys. Like, Triple H and Ric Flair, Last Man Standing 2005, you got to watch that match. That match is fucking amazing. Like, that's one of my favorite, like, matches ever. Like, I just love watching that match. Ric Flair, like, Flair was very limited, but dude, like when you get Flair in that situation, especially with Triple H, oh man, great shit. Just awesome shit. And also I like the 5-on-5, SmackDown versus Raw. Take care of Spaz Phoenix. But I also like the 5-on-5. So like that's one of my favorite matches too. So I was like watching like one of my favorite Survivor Series matches. So I was watching that match again. And I forgot how good Booker T and Chris Benoit the opening match was. I was like, what the fuck? Like, best of set. I'm like, I was about to skip it because I was like, eh. And then I watched it. And then I got to Melina versus Trish Stratus, which I skipped. I was like, I just don't care. Eric Bischoff and Teddy Long, skipped. Watched the ridiculousness of the WWE title match. That was Super Cena at its worst, man. That was Super Cena at its worst from Survivor Series 05. Oh, God. Terrible shit. But, yeah. Triple H and Ric Flair Last Man Standing match. That match was good. Really good. If you don't see me, just say welcome back, welcome back. That's not the Survivor Series 05. That's the Royal Rumble 07 theme song. Drones. See drones are fade away. They're making overtime. Oh, Royal Rumble. That was also in San Antonio, Texas. You're welcome, San Antonio. No, Triple H. Oh, God. Survivor Series 08, man. I'm going to be real here with you. That show was trash, dude. Oh, this could be the moment we've been waiting your life to show. Oh, my. The Cena return. He beats Jericho. Fuck. Well, and then the Triple H and Kozlov match, and then you have it where Edge comes in, and then Jeff Hardy's okay. Edge wins the title. At least we got the Armageddon 08 triple threat match. One of my favorite matches to watch. Just because I'm a huge Jeff Hardy. I don't think you guys understand. Like, I want to know who are wrestlers that you randomly just like loved for like a long time. Jeff Hardy's always been that guy. Like I love Jeff. I always love Jeff Hardy. I'm like, yeah, nigga, go Jeff Hardy, win the title. Like, oh my god, when he won the title, I was marking the fuck out when Jeff Hardy won, dude. And then he also had that time again in last words 1,000 times I've heard before. It was a cheat, and lies will never abandon it. Like, oh, great shit. But no, they gave it to Edge. No, Nero, did you really just defend Cena coming back? I can't believe you just defended that. No. Come on, Nero. No. Can't defend that. Come on, go. You can't defend that shit. Oh god, man. Timeline. Yeah, Jeff Hardy was a shit. Like, oh, hey, Jeff Hardy, the coolest scene ever, man. Like, I was so hyped when he won the title. God, that's what I miss, man. I missed that in wrestling when I was all like, I'd get like actually generally excited. Like the last time I was generally excited for someone winning the title was AJ. Like honestly, I was so happy when AJ Styles won the title. I was like, yeah, finally, God, I never thought that day would come. You would have told me at the beginning of the year, yo, Chase, AJ Styles win the WWE title. I would say Intercontinental title, yes, not the world title. Like shit, he's a WWE champion. Get out of here, man. That's amazing. That's great. That's good stuff for wrestling. Why can't they go back to that? Why can't they just find someone that makes someone into a star? That's what they did with Jeff. Like Jeff Hardy had no reason to be a star. Let's be real here. Jeff Hardy had no freaking reason to be a star, but WWE made him into a star, man. The thing was, it was that whole year too. And then Jeff Hardy's retribution, him getting suspended, and him coming back, apologizing to the fans and stuff like that. Like remember the start of that year too, start of 2008. Like Jeff Hardy wins the WWE. And at that time, it made sense. Jeff Hardy was over with the crowd, and then they had the rooftops, like the standing on the rooftops, everybody scream your heart out. Like they had that great Jeff Hardy video package and stuff like that. And he had a killer feud with Umaga, and then he's going to fight against Orton. And at that time, honestly, Royal Rumble 08, I thought Jeff Hardy was winning the title. I said they're bored with Orton, and Cena versus Hardy would be the biggest main event ever. Like if they actually went down that route. I thought Cena was going to come back before WrestleMania, but I didn't think it was going to come at that Rumble. But I thought they were really going to give it to Jeff Hardy and stuff like that. And then Randy Orton beat Jeff Hardy. And then I thought Jeff Hardy was for sure winning the Money in the Bank. Then he got popped for like weed in Mexico or something like that. I forgot what he did in Mexico. They went to Mexico and Jeff Hardy got popped for something, so he had to serve a 60-day suspension. Then Jeff Hardy came back, and it was like, and it wasn't trying to make you feel sorry for Jeff. Where it's like, oh, we all knew Jeff Hardy fuck up. Jeff Hardy came back. He just said, yo, guys, I'm sorry. Cool. That's all we needed, bro. You didn't even need to apologize in the first place. And then later on, it's like Jeff Hardy was building himself up, and then Triple H was burying him every pay-per-view. And you were just so sick and tired of like Jeff Hardy not getting it done. And then finally, when he won, it was like such a great ride. It was a great ride, but it was like you couldn't keep the ride on too long. Like Jeff Hardy is one of those guys. Jeff Hardy is like the perfect example of a guy you don't give a title to for a long time. Like tag team Intercontinental title, that works for Jeff Hardy because like you can kind of forget that he's IC champion or tag team champion at that point. But when it comes down to like the main world title, you don't give it to Jeff Hardy for that long. You keep Jeff Hardy like kind of like in a background type of deal. That's just me. Oh God, oh wait, Jeff Hardy, great shit back in the day. I can't believe that's like like 8 years ago now. Like shit, Jeff Hardy winning the titles like 8 years ago. I feel like it was yesterday, man. Back in the day, it was Christian. Oh, Christian, yeah, Christian back in the day, man. I was always a bigger Christian fan than Edge fan, dude. Like, like Christian, at last you're on your own. I love that shit. And then like just close your eyes and him and Tomko, like underrated Survivor Series match. Actually, Survivor Series 04, Christian and Shelton Benjamin, low key, pretty good. Not gonna lie. I enjoyed that match. When I go back and watch Survivor Series 04, I watched that match again, and it's still as good as I remember it. Like, I remember that match as a kid. Because like back in the day when you ordered stuff off DirecTV, they would actually give you the fucking replays and stuff like that. So I remember like I had Survivor Series on for a week, and back when I was a kid, I was like I like wrestling was like my life. Like I was like, oh, wrestling and stuff like that. So maybe that's why sometimes I'm burnt out at wrestling, because when I was like such a little kid, I used to just be nonstop watching wrestling. And now that I'm older, I'm like, ugh. The MVP there. 1, 2. You hear the clock ticking. Tick tock. You're about to stop breathing. Tick tock. I want you to remember me. Tick tock. Because the day is in no history. I'm coming. Nobody can watch me. Nobody can feel me. I'm coming. I'm here to bring the pain. Like the Power Rangers suit. MVP was very underrated, though. I remember that one Royal Rumble when he came out and he got like the biggest reaction. I think it was 2009 or 2010. I can't remember. But his theme music came and that whole arena was like, yeah, MVP. Like, they thought he was going to win the thing. I was like, God damn. They were hyped for MVP at that time. They were hyped for MVP. All right, guys. So I feel like this is a time where I have to say a bit adieu for you guys. Way past my bedtime. I've been trying to get better sleep. You know, when you start working out again, you want to get better sleep so you can start losing the weight. Got to lose this. Slim again. Feel good again. You know, that's why I'm losing weight, to feel good again. But yeah, thank you all very much for joining me for this Raw review / Q&A. Hope you guys have yourself a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys later this week. With my boys Justin and Ross. We're going to be doing the Hell in a Cell preview and predictions podcast, as we always do, and talk about other wrestling stuff on there. So hope you guys come in and have fun with that one as well. I won't be taking any questions for that one, and the reason why I don't take questions for the preview and the predictions podcast is because there's 3 of us here. All right, normally me, myself, I can take it, but it's like with us 3, and we all have different talking points that we want to bring out, and how crazy Justin and Ross and I get when we talk about wrestling. It's so hard just to be all like, all right, guys, let's just answer these questions quick. You know, I can get through the questions quick. You know, it's not like a dedicated Q&A episode, so no questions. I'll just read off good comments and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys have yourself a good one. I'll be back for Hell in a Cell. Preview and predictions, and Hell in a Cell review will be a couple days after the show. It's based off my work schedule because most of the time I work nights on the weekends, so that's why. All right, thank you all very much. Hope you guys have yourself a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.